What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. And reserved for the best. Hello, what's good, everybody? This is the sixth element of hip hop. I am Reno Noir, your host. This is my co-host Stu Dog, and our new co-host.
What's good? Sada. Hi, guys.
Sada,
how you doing?
I'm doing good. How is everyone?
We are great. We met Sada yesterday on our hip hop and comics show, and we became such big fans that we invited her to join our show.
Yes.
We'll have
so
to do
she can
some
make our show better.
Yeah. Some collabs back and forth. We'll come on your show. You come on our show.
That'll be great.
Yeah,
I'm
anytime.
excited to learn about Star Wars because my knowledge is not too vast, so I'm excited.
What?
I'm a Star Wars junkie.
See?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We are very.
Yeah,
I came to the right place.
We kind of nerd out on Star Wars. Given the right subject matter, opportunity, and know how we will nerd out on.
Oh yeah,
on some Star Wars. Yeah.
This is typically our indie hip hop. Shout out Diamond Onyx in the building as always. Salute, sis queen.
Diamond Onyx.
And but yeah, normally this is the indie hip hop and comic show where we talk about indie hip hop, indie comics. We usually interview people that might be like indie comic producers or creators and whatnot, or writers, artists, all kinds of stuff like that. But of lately, like whenever Disney Plus has a show on, they come out Wednesdays, so we do that on Wednesdays too. So we're indie hip hop and comics / whatever Disney Plus show is coming out on Wednesdays. And so we've been doing the Boba Fett show, which is now over, but now we got to talk about Kenobi because it's on the way. The release date has been released. The release date's been released. Obi-Wan Kenobi finally has this release date. The series will land on Disney Plus this May, which means we're just like not even maybe a month, not even about a month and a day or two away from seeing the return of the legendary Jedi Knight. We're still we got the great trailer. The featurette was great. We've all seen that. It was awesome. Brand new poster showing Obi-Wan wandering the deserts of Tatooine, and there's also some concept art teasing a fiery rematch between Darth Vader and his former master too.
Grab.
And what happened?
That's great.
Oh, Grab!
What's
good?
What's good?
What's good, homie?
What up? What's up? Y'all all right?
We got a new co-host.
Yeah, new co-host, Grab.
You got the little expert on here with y'all.
Yeah.
That's
No doubt.
Well, we need it.
Big up to all the viewers. You already know.
Hell yeah.
Big up.
There's nothing without an imagination.
Salute.
That's right, man. That's right.
Yes, sir.
And Grab, if you want to join us, man, you got the link.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me drop in for a second.
That's what's up.
All right, y'all.
All right, see you in a minute. Yeah, where was I? What was I saying? Oh yeah, we've rounded up absolutely everything there is to know about the return of Obi-Wan Kenobi, from set photos and who's who in the cast, where the show takes place on the Star Wars timeline, and all the plot details that are out there. And that's just the start too. So we're gonna get up to speed on the most highly anticipated Star Wars show in the pipeline, besides the Mandalorian season 3, of course. But yes, the Obi-Wan release date is May 25th. So just a little over a month away. The day marks 45 years since Star Wars: A New Hope hit theaters. And the release window was all but confirmed ahead of the official announcement, now in a deleted tweet. But yeah, there might not be an official like big trailer. I'm glad that they've kept it sort of veiled. And there's a featurette, like some backstage stuff that's really great. You can see on Disney Plus. with some concept art and some interviews with the guys, Ewan McGregor and whatnot in the background. But there's hunger for this character to come back. Fans have been waiting a long time. And Deborah Chow said, "This is quite a dark time that we're coming into with him. Just being a Jedi is not safe anymore. The Jedi hunters are out there," because in Star Wars, this is right after Order 66. So the Emperor has marked all the Jedis for death, and they're being hunted across the galaxy. So that's where we are right now. And it seems the starting point for the story will be Obi-Wan tasked with protecting Luke Skywalker on Tatooine. And of course, Darth Vader has a part to play. When we couldn't tell the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi without addressing Anakin or Vader, Chow says, Deborah Chow. Obi-Wan Kenobi series cast, who is joining Ewan McGregor in a galaxy far, far away. Of course, an Obi-Wan series wouldn't quite feel right without the man himself, Ewan McGregor, returning as Obi-Wan. And alongside him is quite the cast, though the standout name for fans for all things A Galaxy Far, Far Away is Hayden Christensen. He'll be reprising his role as Darth Vader, marking the first on-screen appearance for the actor in Star Wars since 2005's Revenge of the Sith. The full cast is filled with familiar names, too. Joel Edgerton is to play Luke Skywalker's uncle again, Owen. Bonnie Piesse is playing Luke's aunt, Beru. And while the rest of the character identities are being kept under wraps, the following actors are definitely set to appear. Moses Ingram from Queen's Gambit, Kumail Nanjiani from Eternals, Indira Varma of Game of Thrones, Rupert Friend from Homeland, O'Shea Jackson Jr., which from Just Mercy, but y'all know that's Cube's son, Ice Cube, Sung Kang from Fast and the Furious, Simone Kessel from Terra Nova, and Benny Safdie, co-director of Uncut Gems, and obviously more. But that's quite a cast. I mean, this is going to be great, and we're holding out hope for other Star Wars legacy characters to join Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. One who says they're not showing up, and we believe them sadly, is Jar Jar Binks actor Ahmad Best. We're not really sad about that.
I don't think nobody's sad about that.
We're not really sad about that.
No.
But he did say on Twitter, "Thanks for all the love, but I will not be in this series. As much as I would have loved to be a part of it, but I'm ecstatic to see folks who I love dearly back together doing great things." And he said, "Now Misa's sad. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I really don't like Jar Jar Binks."
Yeah, me either.
Nobody likes Jar Jar Binks. Yeah,
Nope.
there are websites dedicated to killing Jar Jar Binks.
There are. I saw somebody actually write a letter or demand George Lucas write an apology letter for Jar Jar and other things from that movie. But I digress. Of course, Obi-Wan has the higher ground, right? Since their last fateful meeting, he defeated his former apprentice and left him for dead in Mustafar, though his body was recovered and kept alive by a new set of cybernetic armor. Thus, Darth Vader was born. And I say new set, I mean new to him, because the Emperor specifically used an old, outdated set of robotics and armor and cyber to keep Anakin from ever being able to realize his full power and potential, because he knew he would just overpower the Emperor and wipe him out. So the Emperor, using his Sith cunning, purposely put him in an old-fashioned iron lung type suit, which kept him very Frankensteinish in robotics, so he wasn't able to move and quite, be the great duelist and lightsaber dueler that he was, and just all kinds of things like Force Lightning. He can't even use Force Lightning because of the apparatus. So.
Yeah, see, I don't get that part because the Emperor's greatest force power was manipulation. Like, just by talking to you, he can manipulate you. It didn't matter whether you were a Jedi, a Sith, or whatever. He literally could manipulate anybody he talked to. Like,
true,
and he didn't have to be forceful or anything. He just
and that's how he manipulated Anakin into being his apprentice.
Right, but the Force. He used the Force.
But he knew that eventually Anakin over the years would grow to overpower him, and he absolutely would have, without question.
Well, that's what all Sith is supposed to do. You're supposed to eventually outshine and master, kill him, and then be a master yourself and take on your own apprentice. But if you give up power,
right? But if you read the book Darth Plagueis, which was Palpatine's master, he killed his master Tiberius, which in doing so, he meant to just end the rule of two, right? So up until Plagueis and Palpatine, there was Darth Bane had created the rule of two. He wiped out the Sith armies and left it just him and his apprentice. Well, just him at the time he got an apprentice, but the idea, which came from Darth Revan and a holocron that Bane, the whole thing. But basically, the rule was that there was always going to only be two Sith, a master to have all the power and an apprentice to crave all the power and eventually kill and take him over and get another apprentice, but only two at a time, and that would keep them secret and keep the power concentrated. Plagueis wanted to end that sort of rule of succession and make himself the emperor for 1,000 years. He wanted to manipulate the midichlorians that transferred the Force, not that created the Force, but they communicate the Force, into extending his life indefinitely. And in doing that, basically wiping out the rule of two and just making himself the all-time, Sith emperor forever, for 1,000 years. Grap in the building. What's good, Grap?
What's up, y'all? What's good?
What's up,
We hear
Grap?
you.
What's going on?
Hi, baby girl. What's good?
Hi.
Hold on, let me cut some lights on.
All right, yeah, we just talking about Star Wars and Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and we getting into Vader and Palpatine. So, but yeah, what I was saying was, so Palpatine wanted to.
Oh wait,
also,
before you start, let me just say you are teaching right now because I don't know anything about Star Wars. Just keeping it a bucko. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about Star Wars. My baby can attest to that. I don't even know the story on the Lego game that she plays. So.
Oh Lord, yeah, man.
So you schooling me right now. So continue, my brother. My fault.
Thank you. Peace, peace. So Palpatine wanted to basically also, like his master, remain the Sith Lord forever, and he didn't have intentions of Vader one day taking over and killing him and continuing that rule of two. So that's why he put Anakin in that old, outdated, cybernetic, basically iron lung, was to keep him from getting, because Star Wars, the technology they had, they could have built, Anakin could have been back to his old self. Like, he could have had cybernetic arms and legs, and the breathing apparatus could have just been a small thing on his chest. He wouldn't have had to been in all that clunky Frankensteiny, apparatus if he didn't want, if Palpatine didn't want him to. But Palpatine wanted him to be crippled like that. He can't. That's why Palpatine's like Force lightning was such a like a easy way to kill Vader, because Vader had all that electronics in him that when you electrified it, it would shut down his breathing thing and he couldn't breathe no more. So, and also he wouldn't be able to use Force lightning either, which is its greatest power. So he kept him crippled like that. So that's the deal on that. But like I was saying, of course, Obi-Wan, so we got Vader. We definitely gonna have Anakin. Hayden Christensen is gonna come back and play Vader. But Revenge of the Sith's Darth Vader, remember that no at the end, right? A New Hope,
Right.
planet destroying villain are two very different beasts. All right. So how did we get there? It's something that Obi-Wan series will seemingly approach on Disney Plus, and hopefully and explain and give us, the in-betweens on all of that. And there's not only a 10-year jump, more on that in a moment, but the Lucasfilm president, Kathleen Kennedy, hinted that we'd be getting the rematch of the century, which is another clash with Obi-Wan on Tatooine, which could fully cement Vader as the villain we know and love to hate. McGregor also added that Obi-Wan's final task after the events of the prequels is predictably to keep Luke Skywalker safe. And that appears to confirm that the crux of the show will take place on the twin sun planet of Tatooine. Though director Deborah Chow hinted at Disney Plus Day that this is only the starting point of the story, so that it may go to other planets. It may not just all be on Tatooine solely, which would be awesome if because there's a lot of other side stories that they could explore that we know from the books and comics. And as you can imagine, further plot details are under wraps, tighter than a Sarlacc's grip. Christensen has said he'll be working with Ewan McGregor again. And similarly, McGregor has said on Jimmy Kimmel Live that he filmed a certain scene with a special unnamed someone. So we all know. And he also told Men's Journal that Obi-Wan's arc will be an interesting one as it comes to terms with the loss of the Jedi. McGregor has also indicated that Star Wars fans are in for a treat when the series arrives this May. He said, I think it's no secret that Hayden Christensen comes back and we got to play scenes together again as Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker. And it's just fantastic to work with him again, McGregor told Forbes. I'm not going to give anything else away about the storyline, only I think it's really going to satisfy Star Wars fans. I always felt there was a story between episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, where I finished playing Obi-Wan in the movies, and episode 4, A New Hope, where Alec Guinness is Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Obi-Wan that we know from the 70s and 80s. Writers Deborah Chow and I and everyone, I think they crafted a very fine storyline. I think people are going to like it. And the series will likely bridge the gap towards A New Hope and chart how Obi-Wan became a watchful protector on Tatooine in the post-Order 66 era. Because remember, this is after Palpatine announced Order 66, which was to hunt down and kill all the Jedi. Right. So all Jedis are being hunted right now. And the emergence of the Empire under Palpatine is also likely to factor in the show, making Obi-Wan increasingly isolated in a short supply of allies. Coupled with Vader's likely training and harnessing of the dark side powers, makes for an intriguing showdown. That, however, is all speculation at this point. McGregor has also confirmed that some more familiar faces, helmets, will be making a reappearance in an episode on a variety of actors on the action series. McGregor said, I had to walk past 2 stormtroopers. I realized I've never acted with a stormtrooper because mine were clones, It was the clone army. So I'd never seen a stormtrooper. So when I was walking past in this scene, I turned around and I was 6 years old again, he said. He added, I was feeling like I was 6 again or something because I'm so close to one. I got a fright, so crazy. And then I asked someone, where are the stormtroopers in my films? Because I don't think I've seen a stormtrooper for real before. They were like, no, they weren't stormtroopers. They were clones and Jawas. I had another great little scene with a little Jawa. Since filming finished, some of the cast members have teased what we can expect from the show. He said, Kamal Najani said, we haven't seen this exact thing in Star Wars yet. This is like a new version of a type of Star Wars character we've seen before. Sung Kang has revealed on-screen rant that his character has a lightsaber, while McGregor told Deadline, we finished shooting our series and it was really, really good fun. I really enjoyed working with the director, Deborah Chow, and I think it will not be a disappointment, he said backstage. The new technology that we employed doing it is cool, and it was a different experience than making the original 3 films that I did. Obi-Wan Kenobi series, when does it take place on the Star Wars timeline? It's the matter of when things take place in Star Wars is almost always a thorny issue. This is no less confusing. Lucasfilm has confirmed that the Obi-Wan Kenobi series takes place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, specifically a decade after Anakin's defeat and transformation into Vader that we know with the black helmet and the apparatus and all of that. If Revenge of the Sith takes place in 19 BBY, which is 19 years before the Battle of Yavin, the focal point in the in-universe calendar and a reference to the year in which the first Death Star was destroyed in A New Hope, the Obi-Wan series should take place in 9 BBY. That's 9 whole years before A New Hope. If you're keeping track, 5 years before the events of Mandalorian. So, like I said, man, the timelines, they're very confusing, but they can be tracked down. But for a more detailed breakdown of every major event in the series, check out they have a comprehensive Star Wars timeline on ScreenRant.com.
There's one also on YouTube. It is on ScreenRant and YouTube.
Yep.
Let me say this: the Star Wars story itself is so complex. Now let me ask this: how involved? How is it with that whole situation, right? With the Star Wars situation, do they get other writers to come in and write, or is it still George Lucas writing all of these things?
No, they have. Well, now it's not even George Lucas at all because Disney bought it from him. They completely own it. He doesn't own it anymore.
Yeah,
but yeah. So when he was doing the first 3 movies and the prequel movies with Darth Maul and all that, that was George Lucas. But since he sold it to Disney, The Force Awakens, Kylo Ren, all of that stuff, that's all different people. The Mandalorian, George Lucas was on set, but it was Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau who are the guys that made. Well, Dave Filoni is the guy that made the Clone Wars, the animated show, the Clone Wars.
And Favreau did Iron Man.
Yeah, Favreau did Iron Man, right?
Yes, he did Iron Man. Yep.
And Favreau did Boba Fett. Filoni did not. Favreau did Boba Fett with
and he did Winter Soldier too, right? He did Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Favreau did mostly a lot of the MCU stuff.
Yeah.
He did a whole lot of that. Yeah.
Okay.
You know all about that, Sada. You know a lot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lucas was on as far as like consulting and stuff for the Mandalorian. Like he was there on the set. You seen him on the backstage stuff, and because Filoni is like Dave Filoni is like a super George Lucas fan, so he wouldn't do nothing without George Lucas is okay and all of that. But Disney, Lucasfilm, currently owned by run by Kathleen Kennedy, owned by Disney, is a very different Star Wars. So that's why we are always leery when there's a new Star Wars film or show or project, because it could be hit or miss.
Yeah.
It could be completely.
It's been in such a weird plane of existence for like since Force Awakens. So
exactly. Oh, here's a cool set photo from Obi-Wan.
Oh, the Stormtrooper.
Yep, Stormtrooper, and then you can see the lady on the left. She's like one of the.
Looks like he got one of Kanye's coats on.
Yeah, he do. She should be a moth. She should be a moth. That lady, that female.
Yeah, she looks like a general.
She's a moth. Yeah, she's a moth.
Lieutenant
A general or a moth. Yeah, or a lieutenant. Yeah.
And there's Obi-Wan there with he's covered up his whole costume. But yeah, I think they got him covered up in barber smocks so nobody sees it, so that people like us don't snap pictures and show them on YouTube.
But you know we will.
We know we will.
Well, we know
also,
Obi-Wan,
John Williams. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say John Williams. You want me to go or you go?
Yeah, you go.
You go. Me go. Okay. John Williams has returned to the Star Wars universe to compose the theme music for Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's the guy that did the original stuff in 1977.
From the 70s, yep.
Yeah, so that'll be dope to have him back.
And he did a lot of big movies back in the
day. Exactly. Yeah.
Encounters, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, he was huge, man. He did E.T. Close Encounters.
Just a quick sidebar. You know who almost got hired to do Close Encounters theme music?
Pete?
George Clinton.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Pete Rock.
Nah, George Clinton.
That's no, that would have been dope.
Yeah.
Can you imagine though? Can you imagine?
Yeah, he didn't get the gig though.
That would have been funky.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Funky Star Wars.
Oh, would have been funky. Yeah, that'd have been. Listen, that'd have made a lot of people happy. A lot of people would have been happy with that.
Yeah. But I couldn't be more excited, man. I think this show is gonna be ill.
Because we know that Obi-Wan's character is loosely based on a character from Hidden Fortress. And I don't know if you know what I don't know if you went to the karate flicks like that.
No, why do I know what? But I do know what that is. Hidden Fortress.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it, but yeah, I'm like,
he's supposed to be loosely based on General.
It's like it's a samurai,
right? It's a samurai joint. What it do is it was the two guys. They were peasants, and they were supposed to escort two people that they didn't know. One was a general, one was a general, and one was a princess, and they were supposed to escort them across enemy lines to, a safe zone, and they were gonna give them gold for it. But they never knew that one was a general, one was a princess. Obi-Wan's character is loosely based on General Makabe.
Yeah, General Kenobi.
You're right.
That's why he's General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. And he's also.
So let me ask this. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Stu.
Yeah. Also, Luke Skywalker. Also, when he meets Luke Skywalker for the first time, that's loosely based on The Hobbit, the scene where Bilbo meets who is he?
Gandalf?
No, not Gandalf.
Golem?
Gandalf. Well, he meets Gandalf and he also meets Theoden.
Oh, Theoden King. Yeah.
I mean, not Theoden. Yeah, Oakenshield. Where he meets
Or
Oakenshield.
Aragorn.
Because
Oakenshield. Yeah, because he didn't meet none of them until Lord of the Rings.
Nah, he didn't even run with them. Right.
Thor and
But it's
Oakenshield.
loosely based. Right. It's loosely based on those meetings.
Well,
and George Lucas has been confirmed as saying that he literally snatched that right out of The Hobbit. Because if you look when in Star Wars, he's sitting inside of a structure that kind of looks like Bilbo's home when you look at
like
it.
The Hobbit hole, yeah.
Yeah, you see Obi-Wan sitting in there, R2-D2 rolls up, and then he touches his head, like just the whole thing, the way his whole house looks. It looks like the Hobbit.
Luke's house, like where Luke and Beru and like they had that sort of hut. It was like a little hole, and they lived in literally like a cave, like in the ground. It was literally a hole in the ground. What was you about to ask though, Grap?
Is Yasuke worth watching on Netflix? Is that worth watching?
Oh yeah,
I liked it. Oh,
yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like where it went because it ended up going into some mech stuff. It became like a mech show. So if you're not into mech stuff, but if because like I guess a lot of people were expecting it to stay, like feudal Japan, samurai, but it ended up going real sci-fi with like a mech sort of vibe and stuff. But it's a hell of a story though, man.
Yeah, I gotta finish that.
Yeah, because that's based on a true person in history. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Black Samurai.
It was actually it was good. It was good. You know how you gotta watch it yourself.
Right.
You gotta watch it for yourself, Grap, and then make your own judgment on it. Because you might like
cool
yeah, I did too. I was like, man, this is all right.
Yeah.
I know it. So
that'd be a weekend joint. I'll try to check that out.
Yeah, I would recommend.
You started watching it, Sata?
Yeah, I watched it a while back. But I had stopped. I think like at the third episode, I kind of stopped, so I got to pick it back up. But it was good from what I watched.
Yeah. It gets weirder as it goes on, like fourth, fifth, sixth. As it goes farther on, it gets more sci-fi and the mech stuff and all of that. But I didn't mind it. I thought it was dope.
Speaking of which, while we're on anime, just for a second, have any of you seen Spriggan?
No.
Oh,
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, Spriggan is hard, man. Woo, Spriggan is crazy. In the beginning, like the first hour of it, maybe is like tough, and then it goes like into this other place, like where it kind of lost me a little bit.
Is that on Netflix?
No, it's not. I have it on DVD.
Okay.
It's out there on DVD. Amazon probably has it. It's Spriggan. Spriggan.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I've heard.
See Fires.
It's crazy.
The anime
Netflix has a lot of good anime though.
Yeah, they do.
They got Berserk. Berserk is dope. Berserk is a good one. Berserk is one definitely to check out.
Is that like medieval Europe?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, medieval Europe type of vibe.
Okay.
Listen, if y'all want to see a really good one, watch The Dragon Prince. I slept on that for so long, and then I watched it.
I was watching it and I stopped. Sorry, my bad. I was watching it and I stopped.
Dragon Prince was dope. Yeah, Dragon Prince was dope.
Pretty cool.
How far did you get?
A little bit. Probably like the third episode. It reminds me of like it had a what's the name energy on it for me. What's my boy? Airbender.
Avatar.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
it had an Avatar
with the magic.
type
when they're doing the magic. Yeah. You missed. You missed. If you got 3 episodes, you missed a lot of good stuff. You ain't even scratched the surface. It's good. It gets way better. By the time you get to episode 5, you're gonna be hooked. You're gonna be like, yo, this is. I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, damn, when's the next season coming out? Like I was really hooked on. I was really hooked on it for a minute, and somebody recommended it to me, and I was like, man, I would have never watched it had they not recommended it. I would just kept skipping over it. Like, man, but it was good.
Yeah.
It's up there with me. It's up there with Voltron. Voltron's probably the best. That's probably the best anime I've seen on Netflix ever.
The new one.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, I heard that one is really good.
It is. Yeah, it is. Like everybody talk about Baki and everything else on there, but Voltron.
I watched Baki. Baki is crazy.
Baki's
and
dope.
that other one, Shengu or something, the other fighting joint. That other fighting joint is crazy.
Which one?
Yeah, another dope one. One of my favorite ones. One of my favorite shits is My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things.
It's so based on X-Men, like it's not even funny. That's why I love it, because it's like an anime X-Men. Like they just took X-Men and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's dope.
I gotta check that out. I've never given it a chance. What up, Grab? What up? What up? Peace. Who's that?
Our business too. I don't know.
Salute.
Word up.
Yeah, you gotta watch that, man. It's just. But moving on, we got Stranger Things.
After what seems like the longest content drought ever, fans finally getting the Stranger Things season 4 posters.
Miss Sada, what's your take on Stranger Things?
I think
because I don't know. I didn't never watch that. But.
They're interesting. I don't know. I feel like
it's 80s nostalgia, bro. Grab, you gotta. If you gotta check. He was a kid in the 80s. That's what really.
Yeah, that's what really.
I think that first season.
RBI, what up, fam? Haha, what's good?
I think that first season will get you, but like, I don't know. Like, I kind of fell off after like the second season a little bit, and then I haven't been able to pick it back up. But I might, just so I'm ready for this new season, because I thought it was over. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then they said,
and like my son is the same way. He's like, like from like I think if you wasn't a kid in the 80s, it don't really hold quite as much.
Yeah.
Like because it's so nostalgia.
Right. Nostalgia is
like a flood of nostalgia.
Yeah. Because originally they said they only wanted to be like 4 or 5 seasons. So this next season is gonna be like a prelude to the last season.
Yeah.
So they're gonna end it off right. It's the beginning of the end.
Now, if you've been watching, if you watched the last season, this is your boy right here. This is Sheriff Hopper, and he's like one of the main characters, and he seemingly died at the end of 3.
Yeah,
but we were all pretty sure that he somehow lived. But this is him in the Upside Down, right? That's the other universe, the sort of multiverse, the other thing. But on February 16th, Netflix tweeted out a cryptic message written upside down. Of course, any fan of the series knew, somehow related to the show, but what exactly the message meant was anyone's guess. However, the mystery solved with the 4 official posters that dropped today. Stranger Things poster 1 features Jim Hopper in snowy Russia, which is this one right here. Get out of my way. There you go. That's Hopper in snowy Russia.
Oh, nice.
And so that's one of the posters.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. And then because like I said, when Stranger Things 3 ended, it seemed as though Hopper died when he was closing the gate. However, a mid-credit scene heavily hinted that the beloved police chief survived, which if you looked at the after-credit scene, you saw that one scene where they had the beast in the cage, and then they had that one and they were like, let the American do it or something like that, and you knew.
You knew it was Hopper. Yeah, you knew it was Hopper. Yeah.
And but the Stranger Things 4 poster labeled 001 singles out Hopper. He walks between Joyce Byers, Winona Ryder, and Murray Burnham in what looks like a Russian prison. Wait, not this one. Is it? Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I don't have that one, but I thought that was this one. It could be a Russian prison, but because that
was the first one.
Yeah, well, this is. Yeah,
like a prison to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the bars up on the left.
Bars down the side.
Yeah. He sports a shaved head. As viewers saw in the previous teaser, in front of him, a bright red area glows on the ground that looks suspiciously like a gate to the Upside Down. We know that one of the Stranger Things season 4 episode titles is The Massacre at Hawkins Lab. The Stranger Things season 4 poster 002 shows someone, presumably 11, played by Millie Brown, walking through the halls of a destroyed lab. That's this one.
That's that one. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was trying to say something. Oh, go ahead. What's up?
Two things. First, I want to shout my man DJ RBI out, comic book head like myself, fellow dope DJ out of DC. Shout out to you, RBI. And then, what is the Upside Down? What is that?
Okay. So
negative universe.
Yeah, it's like if it looks like where we are right now. Like everything looks the same, but it's like an alternate universe. It's really hard to fucking explain. They call it the Upside Down because it's like if everything you know exists here, like here's all the people, right? And you turn it upside down, it's all going on here too. But it's it's like a darker, more like it's monsters and stuff. It's
an alternate dimension parallel to ours with a lot of flora and fauna in it. Okay. And but we're linked. Two dimensions are linked through some certain doorways that the Russians found doing experiments. Okay. The creature that was in the very first one was trying to keep those doorways open to bring more of the creatures through. Yeah, the flower heads. I guess we call them flower heads.
What about the girl with the shaved head? What's she got to do with it?
That's 11. Powers? Yeah, that's 11. She's a government created, like a government they found like a kid with like psychic powers, and they kidnapped him and raised them, enhanced them, and you know that story, like that, like one of those weaponized her exactly. And she she escapes, right.
And they were actually her sole purpose was to be used in order to combat the things that they found in the Upside Down, because with her powers, she could actually fight them physically, because they can't physically fight these creatures. They're too strong.
Oh wow.
So she can push them back. So
like telekinetic.
She can push them back.
Telekinetic.
She can push them back. Yeah, she can set them on fire.
I got people.
Trust me, bro. Hell yeah, dog. Like trust me. I was hooked. This was my favorite shit for a minute. Like it's dope. It's dope. But like I said, if you didn't grow up in the 80s,
by Netflix. Netflix actually created that show.
I mean they put it out. I don't know who exactly. If you could say they created it, but it's
I mean that's what I mean. It's their show.
It's a Netflix show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Netflix original. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's what Thank you, baby.
Well, let me read this. The alternate dimension that is the Upside Down looks like Earth with similar landmarks and similar layout, but is completely devoid of human life. Furthermore, safe bet that humans would be hard pressed to survive there. The rules of physics seem to apply the same way they do on Earth with regards to light, sound, temperature, and gravity. Certain locations like the Hawkins Lab arcade in the middle of school have appeared in the Upside Down. The buildings look the same, except they're covered in like webs and goo and like a substance that seems to cover every part of the world. It's just like all over everything. There's a darkness that permeates everything. It's full of shadowy, terrifying creatures that look like something out of a nightmare. Everything is.
When you're going down in there, you actually, when you come out, you're going up on the other side.
You see, as far as the up and the down, the Upside Down, I don't think that really plays into it. I just think that's what they're calling it. But like,
the girl always, right? 11 always called it the Upside Down.
Your surroundings change.
Yeah, like
the girl called it Upside Down because
she couldn't called it Upside Down. She couldn't.
Because she couldn't really talk, and so she was trying to communicate it. and she was like, they had a game board, and she was like, "Here's us," but then it's here. She's the upside down. So it's a nickname. It's not really down or up.
Okay.
Yeah, everything appears to be in decay or disrepair. There's ash and spores or something floating around in the air, making the environment that feels as claustrophobic as it does expansive. You can't breathe for a long time. Like after a while, you can't breathe. So yeah, people can't just go in there without like what are they, like gas tanks and hazmat suits and shit like that. But the portal to this upside down was what they were trying to use the little girl 11 to open. Like they were using her and trying to use her power to open the portal to get into the other the other realm. But there's this huge entity in the other realm that is like the boss of it all, right? This big giant monster that they call the Mind Flayer, which is taken from a monster in Dungeons and Dragons. But so this creature wants to get out. It wants to get out into our world, and by her opening that portal would let it out. But then she's also the only one that could close it. So they were trying to use her to close it. And then they had this machine that opened it, and the machine was opening it, and Sheriff Hopper went to break the machine, and it blew up, and that's how we thought he died. But obviously what it did is it transported him into the upside down realm, so he didn't really die. Yeah, so it's deep. You got to watch it. But the villain hinted at for Stranger Things season 4 is complicated. Based on a Dungeons and Dragons character, Vecna might have the ability to create imaginary worlds. I am so dog. Whoo! Listen, Dungeons and Dragons, Vecna. That Vecna is a beast, bro. Vecna is like a sorceress that took himself into an existence of where he's like immortal, but he's like a demon now. Like Vecna is crazy. So they pulled the first big bad, which was the Mind Flayer from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
The kids in the show play Dungeons and Dragons. So so when they see a creature or a monster, them knowing Dungeons and Dragons monsters, they name it whatever it sort of looks like from D&D. So you had like the Mind Flayer was one because he had tentacles like the Mind Flayer, and obviously, so I guess they're gonna be using Vecna, who might create ability to create imaginary worlds. This might explain why we see an older 11 walking through the halls with a younger reflection of herself in a broken mirror. And that's in this one, I think. Yeah, but she looks kind of older right there than she normally does.
Yeah, she looks like really old. It's like a grown woman there.
Yeah. The third poster gives us a glimpse into the Creel house in the upcoming season. Robert Englund, y'all know who that is. That's Freddy. Plays the new Victor Creel. His house is the focal point of Stranger Things season 4. On poster 3, we've seen in previous teasers that Steve, Dustin, Max, and Lucas and Robin explore the house long after anyone lives there. The poster features these 5 plus Nancy and Erica, and that's this one here. Look, your boy got the high top fade now. He's going up. Everybody's going up.
He do. Yeah,
he's a sneakerhead too.
Is he?
Young
yeah,
boy,
you can see how they all growing up. Yeah, you can see how they all growing up.
Oh yeah.
Is it the 90s now? Maybe it's the 90s.
It's probably like late 80s now.
Could be like 87, 88,
yeah,
89.
That haircut.
Yeah. It's got to be 89. Yeah, it's got to be late.
Yeah, late 80s, because I had that cut in 88, 89.
Word. Yeah.
Flat top.
Yeah, I had the same cut, Grab. I had the same. I think we all did. I think we all had them joints.
Yeah. And white boys, we had the spikes. Same. Looked like the same cut, but it was just a spike. But yeah, accused of murdering his family, Victor Creel now lives in a psychiatric ward. That's Freddy. However, the Stranger Things Twitter account showed a microfiche newspaper headlines mentioning a vengeful demon, and this led several to believe maybe Creel wasn't behind the murder of his family after all. Maybe it's this demon, and he was just sort of accused of it. And from the beginning, the Duffer, Now the Duffer brothers.
Real quick, hold on. Let me say this real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yo, Robert Englund will always look scary, yo.
Thank
He
you.
will always look scary, yo.
Without the makeup, just
yo, without it, with it, he will always look scary, yo. That's why he'll always be in a horror movie or a thriller or something of this nature, yo. That dude looks scary, yo.
Yep.
He
got that look.
He said he
definitely
will always look scary. Y'all wrong.
Yeah, man.
Always. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's what we. But the beginning, from the beginning, the Duffer Brothers. Now that's who created this show, not Netflix. The Duffer Brothers. And they pointed out that Stranger Things season 4 spans multiple locations outside of the town of Hawkins that it has normally taken place in. In the season 4 poster.
That's a fictional town?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this, I guess that's
what state did they put it in?
Where was Hawkins?
They never said.
I don't think they even said. Yeah, it was like.
I'm quite sure. Yeah.
Did it look like Middle America or?
Yeah, very suburban.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like suburban. It seemed like maybe like Midwest. Maybe it could have been, it could have been any town, like any Virginia town or any Midwest sort of town. Or,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
A feel of the setting. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Will Mike, the new character Argyle, and Jonathan.
Hawkins, Indiana. Indiana's the town.
Indiana. Yes. That's right.
Okay.
Indiana. So yeah, very much.
Okay.
County.
But the reality,
Illinois.
But the real Hawkins is in Atlanta, Georgia. So,
that's where that's right. They filmed it in Georgia. Because I remember them talking about how hot it was.
Oh, so they're walking towards the red hole too, right here.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that's one of the portals. Yeah.
So with these portals, they just appear, or are there people know where they are, or they just started appearing?
Nah, the telekinetic kids opened them. Like the girl 11 with the shaved head.
Okay.
She opened it for them.
Okay.
I forget exactly like how they knew about it to have her open it or what, but again,
where is
it's been such
located?
Yeah, because I think it was like 2018 when the show started, bro. It's been such gaps.
2016.
Huge gap.
2016.
Yeah.
2016 is when it came out.
Nah. Wow.
Sure.
Been a huge gap.
Yeah, so there you go. Like, that's
not
how
even
long
one season per year, yo.
Huh. Yeah.
It would be season 6 this year if they was really rolling one season per year.
Yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, shit, 7. But
you know what I mean?
They're just about
I wonder if it's a very expensive series to make, because Netflix just went up on us too.
A word?
Yeah, it's $20 a month in March.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's I might have to listen. I might have to start finding
karate chop, boy. Right.
But you know what though? They probably catch like I haven't paid a cable bill in years. Like I don't get cable. I just do internet because everything I watch is streaming. I don't watch TV. No commercial, no network TV whatsoever. I don't pay for cable. Haven't in years because I figured out I got HBO, Showtime, all of that streaming. You know what I mean? And with Netflix, with Amazon Prime, with Hulu, with all these different, I have all the streaming services. So that's all I do. So I guess they figured out, like, Disney Plus, HBO Max.
Yeah, see, I was looking at the antenna. I get the local channels because I got an antenna hooked up. But I stream mostly everything else in. So, like, if you turn on, like, TVs in my house, I only have one TV with basic cable on it, and then everything else has an antenna on it. Actually, two. It's the one in my bedroom and the one in my man cave. But my kids' rooms, they got antennas, but they stream everything. They don't watch. They don't watch TV at all. They just they pretty much like, all right, whatever. Put it on YouTube. That's how they get down.
That's how I get down. I'll be coming right down here to the cave and turn on my YouTube.
That's it.
Yeah.
I realize it.
I watch a particular podcast on there to get like news and stuff, but it's from there. It's from a dope perspective. It's called Urban X Podcast.
Urban X.
Urban X Podcast, and it's every Monday and Thursday. And the two hosts are Black Dot and Malcolm, and their father-son team podcast. And
check that out.
they're pretty dope, man. They're pretty dope.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah, every Monday, every Thursday. They're live every Monday and Thursday, like 7:30, something like that.
Oh, so they're live during our show?
Yeah, every Monday and every Thursday. Yeah.
And man, well, we'll try to. I'll hit them up. Maybe we do a collab. But yeah, the Duffer fans. A lot of fans were worried about the Duffer Brothers' plan to connect all of the plots with everyone so spread out this season, because you've got, Hopper's over here in Russia in the prison. You got, 11. She's doing her thing in the labs and stuff. Then you got this group of the kids. They're over here at the the Freddy Krueger house, and there's another couple of kids. They're over here doing their thing. So you got like all of these are all different locations, different storylines that are going on during the same time in the show.
And she's walking towards a portal too. In that hallway.
Yep.
Wow.
They're all walking towards the portal.
And it's 4 portals. It's 4 different places for the 4 seasons, I guess.
Yeah. And like, I'm not worried about it though, because I like when shows do that. Like Game of Thrones, there was always 3 or 4 stories going on at the same time, and they would skip from, you know what I mean? Show this part and then go show this part and go back to that part.
The Wire is like that too.
Exactly. The Wire is like that. A lot of shows.
Yeah, The Wire.
Yeah.
A lot of shows.
That's what makes a good show though, when you can run multiple plots and juggle them successfully. That makes for a good show.
But yeah, one of the worries about the Stranger Things season 4, aside from the actors' ages, was how the creators would fit such a large story into one season. Multiple filming locations, the length of time between filming and the release teased a much bigger season than the first 3. So this season, one good thing about that is going to be twice as long as season 3.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that'll help.
That's real good. Yeah.
That'll help stand it out.
With only 9 episodes, just like season 3, that means each episode would be almost 2 hours long. So it'll still be 9 episodes, but it'll be 9 2-hour episodes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, which is dope. That's like
movies,
9 movies.
Basically.
Yeah.
9 movies. Man.
Hell yeah.
That's just part 1.
Running concurrently. That's why they charging $20.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's why they take so long to put these shows out, which, you know what I'm saying? But I still think there's something else to it, because a lot of shows do, 10-hour episodes every year to put out a season. So I don't know what exactly. I think it might be stuff with contracts and not getting the money they want. Netflix trying to lowball them and them wanting more. And
that's happened over multiple shows.
So many shows. That's why I'm saying, because if that seems like a running theme with Netflix. Like they always trying to lowball.
It happened with another show on my block. That's why, like, their final season, because they did 4 seasons, and their final one took so long to come out because they were trying to lowball all the actors. So they were like beefing with them for a little bit, and then finally got the season. Bit underwhelming, but yeah.
What show is this?
On my block.
That was good. That was really good.
Yeah.
On block. That was really good. But Monique said that. Monique said that when they offered her money, she was like, they didn't offer a lot. And everybody thought that she was tripping. But when you watch the interview she did on the Breakfast Club, I mean, and you hear her side of the story, I agree with her. They should have offered her more money. Like she was like, they paid Dave Chappelle. Yeah. And somebody else, she said they paid them a lot of money. But she was like, I didn't have to get what they got. But Cat Williams, she said, but they...
You can't compare to Monique. Stop. You're not Dave Chappelle. You're not Dave Chappelle. Look, but I mean, look. Point, though. She does though.
Yeah. What female comedian has a name bigger than hers right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't think of nobody. Really.
You can't. And she said, what she did,
and she even outshined all the other queens of comedy. Only other person I could think of is some more.
I was thinking of.
I don't even know if Adele Givens still works, but
I was thinking of
queens of comedy.
What's the new girl? Not it's like Stephanie.
Who was the girl that they
Tiffany Haddish? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tiffany's not doing stand up right now. She's just it's
she's
just
doing
straight movies.
Yeah,
she's doing shows.
Oh,
but then when you break it down, who was the girl that they offered? Monique said they pay her. They gave her a lot of money.
Wasn't it Amy Schumer?
Oh,
yes.
the white girl. Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Well, she ain't nowhere near as funny as Monique," and she's not.
Not because she steals jokes.
Right.
So.
I don't think Amy Schumer is that funny. I really don't. No. But I would rather see Monique than her.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, Monique is she's an actress. Like you saw, who she played in what's the movie? Where she was the mom.
Precious.
Oh, yeah, she was. I mean, she played that shit.
Yeah.
She got chops. Yeah, she got chops.
But then when you look at Monique's movies, right? When you look at Monique's movies compared to Amy Schumer's movies, I mean, I like that. I like Monique's better. I mean, I'd rather see Monique.
No question.
I'll be sure, my G. I'll be sure, night and day, bro.
Right.
It is. It literally is, bro.
Say, I'll be sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Night and day. Yeah. Shout out to my baby.
And she said, said, yeah. Even her husband said that. Her husband's a manager. Her husband was like, yo, they came at us with a low ball number from the door. And then he said, with the number we gave him, it wasn't as high as Dave Chappelle or Amy Schumer. But he was like, it was in the middle. And he said, I thought it was fair because he did bring up a point. He was like, you got to think, it's going to take us at least a year or maybe 2 to make this special. So the money that you offering us, like that doesn't even pay for the expenses that we got to
last us for 2 years.
Right, for 2 years. Like he was like, we're going to be tied up with y'all for 2 years. So you got to pay us for those 2 years of our time. And he right. But they didn't, Netflix didn't see it that way.
Sure, they live an expensive lifestyle. Like 2 years of their life costs a lot more.
Things to do.
Right.
Monique drink Fuji water.
Right.
You know what I mean? She not drinking. You can't
go to the
she bathing Fuji water. Right. You can't come in there with Poland Spring.
Fuji water, baby.
Right. She gonna be like Poland Spring.
Skin soft. She don't drink no Poland Spring. Nah.
Yeah. She be like, what is this?
No
Get that out of
water. That microchip water out of here.
The microchip water?
Yeah, I need that high pH.
I need that, yes, sir. The volcanic water. It better be come from volcanic spring or something like that.
Right, steam heated. Already cleansed.
Go to Yellowstone Park and get my water.
What is that, Reno?
I'm trying to read. So this is from the Duffer Brothers. The guys that make the show, and it's a letter that they
Nice.
Okay, it says, hi nerds, do you copy? It's been a little while with 9 scripts, over 800 pages, almost 2 years of filming, thousands of visual effects shots, and a runtime nearly twice the length of any previous season. Stranger Things season 4 was the most challenging season yet, but also the most rewarding one. Everyone involved is incredibly proud of the results, and we can't wait to share it with you. Given the unprecedented length and to get it to you as soon as possible, season 4 will be released in 2 volumes. Volume 1 will be released on May 27th. Volume 2 will be released 5 weeks later on July 1st. So that's the good news. It's coming soon and it's bigger than ever. It's also the beginning of the end. 7 years ago, we planned out the complete story arc for Stranger Things. At that time, we predicted the story would last 4 to 5 seasons. It proved too large to tell in 4, but as soon as you'll see for yourselves, we are now hurtling toward our finale. Season 4 will be the penultimate season. Season 5 will be the last. There are still many more exciting stories to tell within the world of Stranger Things, new mysteries, new adventures, and new unexpected heroes. But at first, we hope that you stay with us as we finish the tale of a powerful girl named Eleven and her brave friends, of a broken police chief and a ferocious mom, of a small town called Hawkins, and an alternate dimension known only as the Upside Down. As always, we are grateful for your patience and support. Over and out, Matt and Ross. That's that. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm hyped. I'm psyched. Because listen, that's May 27th. So, oh wait, nah, that's March. See, I always get March and May. So so March 25th we get Obi-Wan. May 27th we get Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I'd have been waiting for it 2 days after Obi-Wan. Like, where's Stranger Things at? But no, that's not till May. Yeah.
Now, here's a quick question for all of you. New York Times wrote an article saying that rappers are now basically singers, and they said thank you, Drake, for that.
Yeah, I could say Drake. Drake can take some responsibility for that for sure.
Yeah, would you agree or disagree with that?
100%. 100%.
Because it's just the emulation of cats trying to make a path to the bag.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They emulating Wayne and Drake
with the ill bag, and they're like, okay, that's the path. Okay, so that's what I gotta do. He's created a whole genre in Africa, B.
Like, Lil Wayne?
No, Drake.
Oh, Drake.
The whole genre where they auto tune, like they sing in auto tune.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
all
all. That's the genre here. Shit.
Yeah.
The genre here. That's all like my son's age, my son's friends, and like high school kids. That's all they listen to. Is you know, like
in the article like in the article they talk
and
about,
they got an AI rapper out there too.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Like in the article, they talk about the lack of individuality within rap, and then it says all rappers sound the same, and it goes on to say unless they have a very specific style, it's hard to distinguish one from another.
Yeah.
And it says mainly because TikTok forces artists to convert their music into formulaic repetitive sound that is guaranteed to go viral.
Yeah,
and get
that's
them hits.
kind of the goal.
That's fact.
Formulaic.
Yeah, formulaic.
That's really the goal, to get it on TikTok, and then it'll explode there and become a whole thing. I can't tell you how many songs. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
if it wasn't for my son, I wouldn't know so much about this, but I know everything they're saying is 100% fact. Like, you know, we talk about it all the time on this show. Hip hop used to have,
He's my teacher. That's my teacher right there.
Exactly. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't, because we in our world, we in our hip hop world, like this Outkast, like we from the 90s, 80s, but nowadays, man, like from our era though, like Outkast, we had the South, we had the West Coast, we had New York, we had these different regions who all had very unique sounds. Like even in the South, Florida had a sound, and Louisiana had a sound, Texas had a sound.
Yeah,
right.
Miami bass. Yeah, Miami bass.
But now social media has melded all these regions together. So now all hip hop just sounds like the same thing. It's internet music. That's what I call it. SoundCloud rap.
Right. Well, that's what they were saying in this article.
We lost the regions.
Right. That's what they were saying in the article. They were saying because of apps like TikTok, people are more interested in views than they are in anything else. So it's more about views than it is about sounding dissimilar to anybody else or making your mark. So like they're saying that's why everybody sounds the same, because as long as you sound like somebody, all right, like they're saying Playboi Carti is a good example.
Yeah.
He has a self-titled album called Playboi Carti. His rapping style is considered eccentric to certain limits. All right, but they said because of that baby voice,
it's a baby
Squeaky
voice
by critics.
Squeaky.
Right. He uses the most recent album, Whole Lot of Red, and additional sometimes his lyrics are just hurting or deafening to the human ear.
There is a guy. There's another musician.
This is straight from the author of the article. I agree.
What's it called? Some Red. What's it called? The album?
Because was it
who Playboi Carti's album?
Yeah. Something Red.
Whole lot of red. Whole
lot of red. So this other musician, internet sensation guy, named Mario Judah, did a put out an album because they were waiting on Playboi Carti to put out his album, and he was like delaying. So this dude Mario Judah was like, look, if you don't put out an album, I'm gonna put out the album. He put out an album called Whole Lotta Red, where he literally mimicked Playboi Carti's voice to the T, so that it sounds exactly like him. He put out the album, and people liked his album better than Playboi Carti's.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
but that just shows you that it's easy to recreate that voice because it's all synthetic. Like it's a synthetic voice. They're using the auto tune and the baby voice thing and all of that. So,
Yeah.
and a lot of people have copied it.
Wow.
Everybody's the same.
I saw that today. That was so cool.
Fellas, I gotta bounce though. My phone is at like 5%, man.
Yo, thank you for coming on, bro.
Thank you for coming
Most
on.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Bye,
That's
baby
great.
girl. Yo, y'all be blessed, man. Enjoy yourself. Remember, party people, whoever's watching, if you have an imagination, you have some life in you, all right? So keep living. One love.
Fact.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Oh, I was like, that's so cool that they actually
did it.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh.
They recreate. Because this is so I'm sure everybody's probably seen it. If you're on this show, you probably seen it. There's a meme that's out where they it's an old cartoon.
Yeah, the 60s.
And yeah, from the 60s, from the original Spider-Man show. What's it called?
Spider-Man 66?
Yeah, the old cartoon.
I love that one so much.
It was called Spider-Man, but now, you know, they call it 66 Spider-Man now.
Yeah. And I remember being a little kid, like growing up and having these like flashback images, because I had to been like 1 year old, 2 years old, like a little kid when that was being rerun on TV in the early 80s.
Yeah.
But I seen it. And it wasn't until like, you know, the internet and stuff where I was able to go back and find it again and be like, oh yes, I did see that. It's not just my imagination. There was a Spider-Man cartoon way back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
It was like a comic book put on a anime.
And you know the crazy thing is to buy it on like DVD or Blu, it's expensive.
Yeah, my dad has like the DVD. I don't know. I hope we still have it, but he has like the whole series on the DVD, and that's how I watched it. And was introduced to it growing up. And I know to get it now, it's just no way. It's just too pricey.
Yeah.
Right, yes, it is. So you're right. I've tried to buy it, but I mean, I still look for it because hopefully one day I'll get it for a good price. But 66 Spider-Man was like, I was in love with that cartoon when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the best. Yeah.
Man, I got to tell Grap, man. I wanted to tell Grap I edited his all right, bro. Yo, come back, man. We here every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, bro, talking hip hop and comics. Yeah. What was that? What the hell was I just saying?
You were saying you forgot to tell my dad.
Yes, I wanted to tell him that I re-edited when he did the reminiscence. He told us about the story of, you know, being in the studio when Pete Rock was creating Troy.
Email it to him.
Yeah, I'm emailing the video, but it's on my channel, so y'all can go find that. It's on there. It's called, I think the video is actually called Troy. DJ, okay, that's what's up. Yeah, Tiger be on here all the time. Actually, me and Tiger started this show rather, like 2 years ago. It was me and him doing the show for a long time, and then now it's me and Stu. But yeah, Tiger used to be on this show all the time, every Monday. Yeah. It's a dope little video, man. I edited it down because it was part of one of our 3-hour long convos like we're doing now. But just that story, I just chopped it out of the thing and made a dope little video of it.
Oh, nice.
Because it's a dope story. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Hit me up. Hit us up.
Yeah, we'll do.
I'll throw my email in the chat right now. But yeah, it's
So we know. All right. So we know we got Stranger Things coming. We got Obi-Wan coming. Something else is coming between that. Sada, what is it?
What is coming between that?
There's something else. We got Obi-Wan.
We
have There should be another Disney, Marvel. There should be another Marvel show. When are we getting She-Hulk?
She-Hulk,
Chaos.
yeah.
Yeah, She-Hulk, Chaos.
Batman, the movie, the Batman is about to drop.
The Batman's about to drop.
I'm excited for that one.
Hell yeah.
She-Hulk, I'm a little afraid for that one.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, well, because I saw like the little snippet that they released for Disney Plus Day or whatever.
Any projects Pete weren't working on?
Yeah, Grap just left, bro. He would be the one to ask.
Pete did put out something not too long ago.
You don't know of any behind the scenes.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not in the know.
That's usually my department, so I don't worry about it. I usually got that all covered. He did put something out a little while ago. It was an album. I think it was an instrumental joint. But I'm not sure. I got to check my archives because if you put it out, I probably bought it. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was, matter of fact, he did put a joint out, and I could only get it off of. He had a website, but I went on there. It was sold out. I couldn't get it. I can't remember what the name of it was. It was a little bit ago too.
Hook him up, Stu.
I got you, Corey. Don't worry about it. We're gonna talk. Yeah, he did the Return of the SP-1200, and that was in 2019. Yeah. And that was dope. And then he did an 80 Blocks instrumental in 2020. But like I said, there was a joint he had where he promoted it. It was another artist he was promoting. I think he did the beats, and the guy, I can't remember what it was, but it was on the website. I couldn't get it. Literally just sold out. I couldn't even get it. Like they just put it out physically. There was no digital copies and nothing like that.
Salute.
Don't worry. I'm gonna dig it up for you, Corey. Don't worry about it. I got you, baby. I got you, homie.
You gonna email him or something?
Yeah. I hit him up. I got it. Yeah. Why y'all not excited for She-Hulk? She-Hulk might be good.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I mean, I saw the little snippet, and I mean, the CGI looked a little raw, and then she looked really skinny. I'm used to She-Hulk looking very muscular, like I want her to be built, and she didn't look built in that teaser. But it's the teaser, so I'm not gonna be.
Yeah, it's subject to change. They'll edit it, change it, add CGI to it.
Yeah. So
Marvel's big for having trailers be different than what comes.
They're great for misdirection.
They do it absolutely on purpose. So she's a lawyer, and so she's gonna be going from. And my thing was like, so they're gonna have She-Hulk like in a courtroom being a lawyer, like that's kind of hokey. I don't know. I was never a She-Hulk fan to begin with, so I can't be excited about the show. Now, will I watch the show? Definitely. Are we going to talk about the show? Absolutely. Will I like the show? Possibly. But I'm not like hyped for it.
Right. Same here.
Yeah. It's just not, but that's just not my thing. Like I'm not, I'm sure, and there's a lot of She-Hulk fans. I sell comic books, as y'all know, on Instagram. And so She-Hulk comics are always big. But of course, that's the speculators trying to buy comics because they think they're going to go up in value because of the show. But
right, they want to sell comics, right.
Yeah, so it's hard. It's hard. The comic industry is crazy now. It's completely different than it was before the pandemic. It's a whole other world. It's a completely other community now. You've got all kinds of people, speckers and scalpers, flippers, all kinds of people.
Scalpers are worse.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about it.
They do it with toys, with the action figures, with they'll pre-order comics, try to buy them all up, and it's uncool, man. It's uncool. It's not. Nobody respects it. Nobody likes it, and I don't see why people pander to these people. I'm not paying you. You're not getting my money.
That's crazy.
Like you know what? It comes a while where people just want it, and then they know they can't get it, so they break down and buy it.
Well,
like PlayStation 5.
I had a beachhead. G.I. Joe Classified Beachhead, when it came out, all the scalpers had them. No one was able to get them because they had their little websites or whatever automatically click and buy. So as soon as they were released, within seconds of them becoming available, they were all completely sold out. So you could not get one for $22 like they're supposed to be priced. They were $150, $180. I wouldn't do it. And I waited. And I bought a different bunch of other ones as they came out. And then one day I'm in the store, I'm online, and boom, there's Beachhead, $22. They re-released it. So damn them scalpers, man. Don't pay them. Just hold out. Just wait. Like I'm not paying $3,000 or $1,000 for a PlayStation 5. I'm not.
Oh yeah, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, because you got some people break down. I tell people there was even on Twitter, they had a movement on Twitter where they were telling people, like, whatever you do, do not buy from the scalpers.
Yeah,
like, just don't buy them. Leave them stuck with their 8, 10 PlayStations,
exactly,
12 and 20 play.
It'll hurt them if you don't buy it. It'll actually hurt them. So don't buy it from them. They deserve to be hurt because they're hurting us.
Yeah,
with no remorse. They are hurting us.
Yeah, they're marking it up 100%. You're like, man, damn.
Or it's like, come on, man. You had to make twice your money back.
Yeah, like the company that made it didn't even market it. They're taking a loss when they sell them,
right?
And you making a straight profit.
You doubling your money. Yeah, you selling crack over here.
Right, you getting it in. So it is what it is.
We got to pause for a commercial break.
Oh yeah, coming through with my showering crew. 2 cents for a case, give me St. Nas brew. In the midst of broken bottles and crushed up cans, met the cows in the jam, or I'll dry.
With St. Ides in my system, crack another, I'm blessed. Let's go get the next one and get over. The object is to stay sober, lay on the sofa. Better yet, down my shoulder.
Be champ, stressed out, could never be son. Ricochet jelly, hit the deli for a cold one. Naturally blessed, yes, my rap is like a laser beam.
We gotta drop one of those.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. It was great having Sada on and Grap on today. It was cool. It was a good show.
Yeah,
and can't wait for Stranger Things and Obi-Wan and all these great shows. We're gonna talk about them as they come out. Yeah, we're gonna definitely. What do we got coming Saturday?
Saturday, we got to talk about
the Batman. Yeah,
Batman, the Riddler.
Is there a video game, a DC game? Or something?
I know they what was the one? This the one with is it Gotham? I don't know if it's Gotham Knights. It's with Dick Grayson.
Yeah, that's Gotham Knights. You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Gotham Knights.
Yep.
Hopefully it won't get delayed. We've been waiting for it
please.
for so long.
Yeah.
It's already been delayed once already to this year. So hopefully it'll stay on track. There's some other little DC tidbits we need to talk about, like Shazam and Black Adam and
Black Adam.
There's quite a few things going on in DC universe right now that we must discuss, and we will discuss it Saturday on the DC Power Hour.
Absolutely. So yeah, man. We'll see you guys then. Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturday, don't go nowhere. We're gonna do the outro and then we'll chop it up a bit. But yeah, guys. Peace out.
Bye.